All right, welcome back to the hilarious Handbook. This is episode 7, I think, and we're back. It's been a while since we've filmed a podcast. Today we have 2 guests from Boise, Idaho, which is a lot different than the guests we've been having in the past. So yeah, just introduce yourselves and then say what college you go to, because you guys go to different colleges.
I'll go first. My name is Michael Lin. I'm currently attending University of Texas at Austin, majoring in finance.
My name's Pri, and I'm majoring in computer science at the University of Arizona.
Nice. And so, I mean, just...
Okay.
Horns down. But anyways, so you guys listed some pretty big colleges, very well-known colleges. I can't say I went to a school like that. What kind of led you guys to deciding that? Because I feel like, I grew up with you guys pretty much for the most part. We went to high school together. And I feel like you guys were always set on going to a school that a lot of people knew about, but was also competitive. Mm-hmm. Whereas I kind of went a different route. So has it always been your dream to kind of go to one of those big schools? Which both of those are pretty well-known schools.
Mm-hmm. You can go first. I'd say, U of A wasn't exactly like the dream school that I wanted to go to,
right? But
it's the school that gave me like the best scholarship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up there. Yeah, pretty good scholarship, top 50 in computer science. At least they were, I guess. Brilliant sports program, Yeah. We got Bryce James this year.
Nice.
For basketball.
And you're the starting QB, right?
Yeah, I am the starting QB. No, I'm not. But computer science, yeah, it's good there.
Nice. And what about you, Mike? Has it always been a Texas thing, or?
No, I think it was ideally on the East Coast, personally.
Mm-hmm.
But looking forward and maybe going into 2 years, definitely in Austin, Texas. I think growing up living that environment in Austin specifically, student body life at UT is really good. Actually, I think it's ranked top 5 in the US. Actually,
really?
Yeah, it's ranked really, really high, and I can actually see that now because all the fraternities, our campus, because the location of the campus is literally downtown Austin.
Oh, you're a part of the city.
Yeah, literally. So I think location-wise, academics, especially for business, is very, very good. But yeah, I think it's very
nice.
Very good school.
And I think that brings me to my next thing. I know in past episodes we've talked about it's about building a network and building connections in college. And there is an advantage, in my opinion, about if you go to a small school like Sonoma, for example, right? It's a lot easier to make those kinds of connections because you see the same people over and over again. And I know that we've kind of talked about in the past where schools like the ones you guys go to, student body's a lot bigger, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like the same person you see one day, you may never see them again, right? Yeah. And it's like, is it still easy? I mean, in the business world, it's all about who you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's the same in the computer science world as well, right? Is it still easy to make those kinds of connections, or is it a little bit more? Do you have to put yourself out there more? Do you have to join a specific a club, or do you have to try a little harder to make those connections, or do they still come pretty easily?
I mean, me personally, I never joined any clubs or anything special like that. Mostly it's just mostly it's just through classes that I go to. Most of the people I know, computer science majors, and then I also have a business minor, so a lot of people I know are from the business college. Right?
And you actually interact with your classmates, because that's something we don't do at Sonoma. It's we go in, we listen, and we leave.
We have to, because it's like a closed, especially our business school. It's really good. And the reason why it's good is because it's like a closed environment where we're supposed to interact with other people, make connections, work with them to make, I'm in entrepreneurship, so we have to make companies, right? Work with them to kind of...
Are the class sizes pretty small, around 30, or is it more?
Yeah, it depends, right? Some classes it's 30, some classes it's 300. So.
But either or, you're given that opportunity to interact. Mm-hmm. Nice. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, so before I proceeded to my answer, I thought in Pri's experience where some Boise students or some of our high school students came to University of Arizona as well. Mm-hmm. So already knew some prior people beforehand. But my experience, I actually didn't know anyone at all. Where during orientation, especially for business, I had to be very outgoing to make those connections. And I'm still very like I'm very like in touch with all my friends ever since orientation actually, because they're all actually very supportive and helpful people. And just like what you said, like our classes for business especially, the conversations, there's a bunch of group discussions that our professors wanted us to engage actually. Therefore, we can also make connections from there. And also clubs and fraternities wise, that's also another big social thing at our school. But that's also,
I think that actually makes a good point. I didn't even realize that, but a lot of our graduating high school class did choose U of A. It felt like every other post I saw on that little thing that was posted was a U of A.
There's a lot of people, but it's crazy that you don't get to see as many of those people every day.
Right, but it's still a connection that you have there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is
true. Whether it be you see them at the airport, whether it be you see them on campus. And a lot of them, I think, have also joined some kind of club or fraternity or sorority.
Yeah.
That's around a lot of people go. I mean, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. I mean, for me, it's a little bit of it, but but yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But I think also, two really big states. First of all, I feel like Texas and Arizona, they're fairly on the warmer side of things. Is that something? Did weather go into the equation of? I mean, it's dry for most of the time there. Is it something where you have to like being in the heat to go to that school?
I mean, not really, because you have air-conditioned rooms and stuff, right? So it's not
we know it's air-conditioned.
we know it's AC.
It's not like you're
unless you're living under a cactus.
It's not like you're gonna walk out all the time.
Right.
If you have a severe problem with it, then I guess that's something you'd consider, but otherwise it's fine. I don't know about you in Texas.
Where Austin's located, it's definitely less humid compared to another big city like Houston, for example, because near the ocean.
Right.
But yeah, it's still very, very hot. When I was there during summertime for orientation,
that was miserable.
Oh, it was horrible. 110 plus. And my parents couldn't.
Yeah, no, that's bad weather.
God awful.
But let's start talking. You're in your third year at college. This is kind of the start where people find internships, get more job opportunities. And I mentioned you had mentioned about getting an opportunity yourself for this upcoming summer. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah. So some good advice I can give out to some folks of y'all that's watching this video for internship searching. For those in business specifically, I think part of the process of going into this whole job search is really about having luck by your side, honestly, and as well as your interview skills. As we all know that if you guys are familiar with hire views specifically, a good tip of mine is that before you even start recording yourself, right, for the actual interview for hiring, I like to personally record myself in front of a phone just so I can get more of that practice. And of course, I talked to many recruiters, all these recruiters that spoke to these students very young. Of course, it's a very uncomfortable experience because many people just feel very awkward talking to a camera, just like I am right now. That's one of my great advice for hire reviews and video interviews and such. But yeah, that's how I got an internship at Wells Fargo. I think that's one of my good advice of really practicing.
And it's not something that you get taught a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Nobody told me about this.
Yeah. And what about you, Priyansh?
So I had an internship at Micron last summer, and for all the computer science and data science interns out there, if you're looking for an internship, mainly you gotta do lead code. You gotta study up on how you're gonna solve a coding question in front of someone. Because you can do it alone, but when you're under the pressure of doing it in front of someone, that's when you screw up. That's where you're gonna make mistakes. And that going through that, practicing that is how I got my Micron internship. And also what Michael said about luck, it does kind of play into it because I know a lot of people probably deserved it more than me, but I got mine, right? And yeah, just we're looking out for next summer too. We'll see what we get.
And I mean, it's, you apply and you try.
He deserved it.
I mean, but it's also about you have to, apply to many different companies, apply to many different companies before you can get through one.
Like 600 plus.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we're going to start to transition into something a little bit more fun going from academics. So this is top 5. All right, we're going to list our top 5. And the category for this week, we've already done it in the past. Actually, no. Actually, I'm not going to. I was going to do top 5 movies. We could do top 5 movies, or we could do top 5 fast food places. What do you guys think?
Let's do movies.
All right, top.
I'd say I'll say like 5 of my favorite movies, right?
All right.
Not in order, but I like The Wolf of Wall Street's definitely up there.
Never seen it.
So typical.
Yeah, amazing.
Never
Okay.
seen it.
Okay, hilarious movie. Always fun to watch. Everybody's seen it. I'd say another one that I really liked recently. I actually watched this recently, surprisingly. Interstellar.
Okay.
Loved it. Good movie. Let's see. I put Inception up there too. Inception's something that I've watched like 3 times and I still like.
Okay.
You don't seem to agree with that.
Well, I've never seen any of these movies.
Oh, okay.
It's hard for me to disagree. If I'm being honest, Interstellar and Inspection, I thought you had said the same movie twice. I'm like, did you just say the same movie twice? Anyways.
Pretty much it is.
I think yeah, that's like 3 movies that I like.
Honestly, that's a solid 3.
Yeah, that's like a solid 3.
Okay, solid 3.
Solid 3. Let's go solid 3.
Ooh.
I can't think of.
Django Unchained.
Okay, no, I know that one. Yeah, that was good.
I'm gonna go 5 actually.
Okay, yeah.
Whiplash.
Okay, that's a good one.
There you go. Hacksaw Ridge.
Ooh, Hacksaw.
That's a good one.
Goodfellas. That's a
Okay,
gangster
no,
movie.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Ooh, another good one.
Movies.
Another good one, probably. I don't know actually. What did I see?
I mean,
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout was really good.
It's good. That's a pretty solid 5. I think for me, my number 5, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Number 4, Moneyball, which you guys probably haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Moneyball, that's a really good one. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Jarhead, the 3rd one. It's a military movie.
Yeah.
And then
Jake Gyllenhaal.
yeah. Number 2, Number 2, I'm gonna go Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
And then number 1, American Sniper. Easy.
American Sniper.
Easy number 1, American Sniper. Yeah. But yes, that concludes the 7th episode. Thank you again, guys, for coming on. It's nice to have some variety in our guests, and obviously you guys are sharing the experience of being from different schools that are very, very well respected in the college realm. But the last thing we're going to do, we're going to leave off with this. Just a piece of advice you have for people that are either about to go to college or people that are in college right now.
You want to go first?
I've been thinking about it for a little bit.
I have to think of mine too, but I'd say like off the top of my head, something that you should definitely do is make sure you're around good people all the time. Maybe you think someone's good, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can trust them, Understand who you are first before you start relying on others.
So you said advice going into college?
Or either or into college or maybe a current college student, maybe like a freshman or a sophomore in college.
Yeah. I feel like my advice goes hand in hand with Breeze. Like, don't be afraid and put yourself out there, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you'll be granted with so many wonderful opportunities. But most definitely, those opportunities can lead you to life-changing events in your life, and therefore, I feel like you won't have too many regrets and moving on forward with your life where something like that.
Very good, very good. I guess for me, I think I've already said it before, but enjoy it. Don't be in a hurry to be done with it. You're never gonna get those 4 years back. They're some of the best 4 years of your life.
Sure.
And just live in the moment. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the little things. But yeah, that concludes this episode. We're signing out.